What was the biggest waste of money in human history? $4 trillion to replace the Taliban with the Taliban, gotta be up there. Mission accomplished. Nice try, Bluth Company. Bin Laden must be laughing in hell knowing he made the USA spend $4 trillion just to kill him. The USA spent $4 trillion to line the pockets of us arms manufacturers. Got to be that person who bought the first ever tweet as an NFT, purchased for $2.9 million, now worth about $4. I mean, if it's actually $4, I'll buy it just to be a part of history. Everyone everywhere ever is a part of history. Totally forgot about the NFT hype. That was a weird few months when a non-trivial number of people were trying to convince me a JPEG of a poorly drawn monkey was somehow worth more than a car. The Darien scheme. For those who don't know, it was Scotland's attempt to set up a colony in Panama and link the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. About 20% of Scotland's wealth was thrown at it, and it completely failed in just 2 years. Turns out Scottish people do not survive long in the sun in the tropics. It's like Wicked Witch of the West getting splashed with water. To be fair, almost no one survives well in the Darien Gap, even today. However, the fact that the Company of Scotland felt it was really important to pack their luggage full of hats and Bibles definitely didn't help. I'd have to say that gym membership I didn't cancel until 8 years after I moved away. How the fuck did you not notice the charges? My mate did this. Joined a gym in 2016. Forgot. Joined a new gym in 2021 and realized he'd spent about £600 on a membership he'd literally used once. £600, $730, for 1 hour of using a gym. The CIA putting a microphone into a cat to spy on commies only for that cat to get hit by a car. I think it was like $6 million and countless years of preparation and training only to be lost under some tires. With what I know about cats, it can't be ruled out that the cat did it on purpose purely because it knew how much it would inconvenience the CIA agents. What fascinated me about Acoustic Kitten, the name of the operation, is that anyone that has spent 3 minutes with a cat will know all of this was a very, very stupid idea. I can only explain it having in account the amount of drugs the CIA was using in that moment. $35 billion for the metaverse. Can't believe nobody has mentioned World War I. Literally all of the world's most wealthy nations completely financially ruining themselves and slaughtering a large proportion of their young men, and all of the historical consequences that followed over essentially nothing and achieving nothing except for a massive geopolitical regression with costs which we are arguably still reeling from today. It also caused World War II. With World War I being the root cause is probably the most expensive endeavor in all of human history. NFTs for sure. Me forgetting to turn off the lights, according to my dad. The war on drugs. Probably that Dutch guy who spent money buying tulips in 1636. Most of Dubai's artificial islands. Let's just say Dubai and leave it at that. Brexit. The Great Wall of Gorgan, built by the ancient Sasanian Empire in modern-day Iran. The purpose was to protect themselves from nomadic invaders. It was constructed with 100 million man-days of labor, which is equivalent to around 300,000 workers toiling for 5 years straight. Considering the average labor cost, material expenses, and other related expenditures, the total cost of the project could have reached an astronomical sum of approximately $130 billion in today's dollars. Needless to say, that it failed its intended purpose as Huns devised techniques to overcome the wall without much hassle. There was no other human project that was of a greater magnitude than the Reality Labs at Meta. For reference, its cost is comparable to the core part of the Apollo project so far, and it is only the beginning. Total cost of Meta's metaverse exceeded $100 billion in 2023. No other single project comes close to this. And it's shit. Capital expenditure each year. 2018, $13.92 billion. 2019, $15.65 billion. 2020, $15.72 billion. 2021, $19.24 billion. 2022, $32 billion. 2023, $28.1 billion. 2024? Expect significant reduction. I gotta go with Nanny for buying that substandard copper from Ioneer Bank in the 1700s BCE. Just a terrible decision all around, from what I've read. Bailing out billion-dollar companies during COVID like Delta Airlines that charges me $50 to bring a bag on an airplane. Instead of, training new doctors or fast-tracking those already in med school, or paying off their student loan debt. Cleveland Browns paying $250 million for Deshaun Watson.